As of 20 September 2025, Australia's age pension is about to get a significant boost, confirmed directly by the Department of Social Services and Services Australia. Today, I bring you a verified update. Starting 20 September 2025, full rate age pensioners, single or coupled, will receive a $29.70 fortnightly increase in their payments. This isn't rumour, it comes straight from the Department of Social Services official media release. Let's break down exactly how much more you'll get, who it applies to, and what you need to know to prepare. The federal government has confirmed that the age pension, disability support pension, and carer payment will all rise in line with biannual indexation. Full rate pensioners will see an increase of $29.70 per fortnight, while couples will receive $22.40 more per fortnight each. These adjustments ensure payments keep up with inflation and wage growth. According to government data since 2022, pensioners have received nearly $5,000 in additional annual support through these indexed increases. Another key change affects deeming rates. These rates determine how Services Australia calculates the income from your financial assets. From 20 September, the lower deeming rate rises to 0.75% and the upper deeming rate increases to 2.75%. For part rate pensioners, this may mean your pension amount could adjust depending on the value of your savings and investments. Pension indexation occurs twice a year, on the 20th of March and 20 September. This process uses the Consumer Price Index, the Pensioner and Beneficiary Living Cost Index, and wage growth measures. The aim is to keep payments fair and relevant to the real cost of living. For a single full rate pensioner, the change means an extra $29.70 per fortnight, which adds up to around $772 per year. For couples, that's about $584 extra per person annually. These increases will help offset rising living expenses, but if you hold significant assets, the higher deeming rates could affect how much of the pension you actually receive. Check your Services Australia account from mid-September to see exactly how your payments will change. If this update was helpful, please give this video a like, share it with others who rely on the pension, and comment below. Do you think this increase goes far enough? Don't forget to subscribe, because in my next video, I'll cover how these pension changes link with Commonwealth rent assistance and superannuation planning. For a single full rate pensioner, the new payment will increase by $29.70 per fortnight, which translates to roughly $772 extra per year. For couples, each partner will receive an additional $22.40 per fortnight, or about $584 more per year. That means a combined couple on the full pension will see their payments rise by nearly $1,170 annually. According to government data since 2022, these incremental adjustments have delivered almost $5,000 in additional annual income for pensioners, a significant boost during a time of rising living costs. It's not just the base rates that are changing. The government has also confirmed that deeming rates used to estimate income from financial assets are increasing. From 20 September, the lower deeming rate will move to 0.75% and the upper deeming rate will rise to 2.75%. For some part rate pensioners, this could slightly reduce entitlements depending on the level of savings or investments you hold. So what should you do? By mid-September, log into your Services Australia account or contact Centrelink to review your updated payment details. These adjustments are automatic, but it's important to understand exactly how they apply to your situation. If this update has been helpful, please like this video, share it with others who rely on the pension, and let me know in the comments whether you think this increase goes far enough. And don't forget to subscribe, because in my next video, I'll explain how these changes interact with Commonwealth rent assistance and superannuation strategies. Now, you might be wondering, why are these increases happening? The answer lies in something called indexation. Twice a year, on 20th March and 20th September, the federal government adjusts the pension using three measures: the Consumer Price Index, CPI, the Pensioner and Beneficiary Living Cost Index, and the Male Total Average Weekly Earnings Benchmark. The rule is that the pension will always be set to the highest of those measures. The aim is simple: to protect pensioners from falling behind rising prices and to make sure that pension rates keep up with both inflation and the cost of living for older Australians. Since 2022, these ongoing adjustments have added up significantly. Government data shows that pensioners have gained nearly $5,000 more per year compared to where payments stood just a few years ago. That is a huge change, and it highlights how vital indexation is in preserving the value of the pension during times of higher inflation, housing stress, and rising everyday expenses. But here's another important element you need to know about: the deeming rates. These are the rates the government uses to assume how much income you earn from your savings and investments, and they directly affect your pension if you're on a part rate. Starting on 20 September 2025, the lower deeming rate will increase to 0.75% and the upper rate will rise to 2.75%. For example, if you've got money in term deposits or managed funds, the government will deem you to be earning a certain amount of income based on these rates, regardless of what your actual return is. Why does this matter? For full rate pensioners with minimal assets, deeming changes won't impact you. But for part rate pensioners who have larger savings or investments, these deeming increases could reduce the size of your fortnightly pension, because Services Australia calculates your entitlement by combining your assets and income under what's called the means test. In other words, while you'll gain from the base rate increase, the higher deeming rate might offset some of that benefit depending on your financial situation. So what does this all mean in practical terms? For many Australians, the extra $772 a year for singles or $1,970 for couples will help cover rising costs for groceries, power bills, or medical expenses. But for those with moderate or high savings, it's essential to log in to your MyGov account or contact Services Australia to review how your exact pension entitlement changes under the new rules. The updates are automatic. You don't need to apply, but checking your balance and confirming your updated statement will help you avoid surprises. These updates are also a reminder that planning matters. The age pension isn't just a single payment. It connects with other supports like Commonwealth rent assistance, energy supplements, and superannuation strategies. For example, if you're renting, your increase in base pension may also shift your rent assistance threshold slightly. And if you're drawing down super, the deeming changes could interact with how your income stream is assessed. Now, let me ask you, does this increase feel like enough? On paper, an extra $29.70 a fortnight might sound like a positive change, but many pensioners argue that the rising costs of housing, food, and energy are climbing much faster than these incremental increases. According to independent reports, real purchasing power for older Australians is still under strain, even with indexation. And that raises bigger questions about whether the age pension system as it stands is enough to provide security in retirement. Here's my advice. Make sure you understand the numbers, check your account after 20 September, and plan around these changes. Knowledge is power when it comes to dealing with the pension system. And if you want to stay fully informed, keep following updates not just from YouTube creators like me, but also from Services Australia, the Department of Social Services, and trusted news outlets like ABC News and The Guardian Australia.